Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dixit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll give you a walkthrough of one of the retired machine of HackTheBox. That's a developer. It's a hard machine. A complete write-up of this machine is available on my technical blog, a complete written write-up. And other than that, a complete walkthrough here. I'll just try to get it cover all the steps, what are the things we have to get it cover. So everything I'll try to get it compromise, every step, each and every step I'll try to get it cover in this walkthrough. So let's go to my system now to get it, see like how to get it compromise this machine. So in this video, before proceeding further, first of all, I'll just show you like this is my technical blog where you can get all the write-up, whatever that walkthrough I've created so far. You can get the write-up clearly over here itself. Other than that, this is my technical channel where I have published all the walkthrough, whatever the retired machine of HackTheBox, even a wall hub. I'll just prepare that video over here itself. Okay, so you can get this video over here. You can subscribe to my channel, and we are working on this machine today. That is a developer. It's a hard machine. It's already retired. Okay, so I worked a lot on this machine actually, like couple of tricks which I don't know like how to get it solve it. So that was the reason it take a lot of time for me to get it understand that, and then now finally I'll be ready with my write-up. Okay, so let me begin with my machine. Okay, so on the terminal itself, the IP address of the machine is 10.10.11.103. So we simply have to run the nmap first just to get that output. It's port 22 and port 80 is enabled. Okay, this is the straightforward ports. Now what exactly we have to do it? So now the next step is we have to run one more nmap just to get that details about that ports. So couple of time like it may be a services, a different type of services running on the ports. So we just have to be sure clearly like whatever the port is getting defined, it's clearly be there or not. Okay, we'll wait for the output. Now as I can see that port 22 and port 80, and that information about port 80 is Apache HTTPD 2.4.41, and in case of port 22 OpenSSH 8.2 P1 Ubuntu. Ubuntu looks like a target machine. Okay, so these are the initial details which we're looking for it. Okay, so what else we can get it out of it? Let me look for it. It's look like we have to give it developer.htb is one of the host name which we are getting it over here. So I have already read it from my side, so I'll show you that. So this is the first entry you have to do it. Leave about this I'll tell you later on in this video. So firstly you have to do this entry in your local host and then save it. Once it's done with it, let me try to get it access the browser, and in that we simply have to go to our developer entry. Okay, I'll just go for developer.htb. It's HTTP. So we'll get that it's a type of website where we have a sign up and everything is over there itself. Okay, let me do the sign up for it. We can't log in as we don't have the credential. We have to create or register one user first. So what I do, I'll simply have to put any type of user details over here. So let me take test123. I'm not sure whether it's acceptable over here or not. We'll try with couple of combinations as couple of guys have tried in this format. Okay, it's .com. Password you can set any as per your need. Try for a strong password. Okay, click on yes, agree, and click on sign up. So once we're done with it, we are inside of it. Okay, so over here we can see couple of sections like you can go to the profile, you can see easy, I can see it's a Linux section, couple of things. So now I'll go to the web section. See, there is nothing, content is updated. In the forensics I can see like there are two sections like to get the challenge to get it done. I'll go with the second one. We can go for the first one also, not a big deal. I'll go for the second one. So over here, what we have to do, we simply have to download this file. Okay, this file is already present on my system. I'm not downloading it. Okay, so we simply have to get it download. Once we have done with the download, I'll simply have to go over here. Let me search for it. So this file is already present over here. I've already extracted. Okay, so what exactly I'm getting it out of it, that was one of the things. So let me check. I think this is the one I'm getting it. So when we go for unzip, fish underscore list dot zip, let me, okay, when we run it first time, it's like it's already extracted in my system. That was the reason. So this will extract it with this. Okay, but the catch is it's not the final file. We have to go ahead further with this. Okay, we have to go ahead further with this, and to get that, once again, yes. Okay, I'll make it all perfect. So now everything I can able to see on my screen. Okay, looks like everything. So now once it's done, what I have to do, I'll simply have to fire one command just to get that flag out of it. So in this file itself, whatever we have get extracted out of it, there is one hard coded flag we have it. To get that out, we simply have to run a graph for everything. Okay, so let me run that. It will take a time for me to get it complete. Okay, I think it's better for me to move that to some other directory. Let me make 321 move phishing list zip file to test 321. Okay, now I'll go inside of it. 321. Okay, let me check the file once again. Okay, perfect. I thought no, it's not there. I think now it will work for me. 321. Okay, perfect. Now unzip. Perfect. Now it's credential.xls. okay, perfect. So now we get the appropriate content, whatever the thing we are looking for it. Now I'll have to run that grep command over here, as in my main directory, like I have couple of files, so that was taken a lot of time to get it extract that. Let me run this command over here so that I can get that flag appropriately. So once we run it, you can see like it just read the complete content. Every file is just get it read it, and we get the flag over here. Just copy the flag from here. Go to the browser once again. Click on submit flag. Click on it, and congratulations, you saved the fished list. Okay, this one is completed. Now what exactly is happening? When we refresh this page, so it's showing as a complete. Now there is an option to submit a walkthrough. Like we have solved that, so we have the option to submit a walkthrough also. Okay, so now it's a catch. So submit the walkthrough, what I have to do, let me go to the terminal once again. So over here, let me run this port 80. Okay, and perfect. Now let me see the IP address also. It may be a possibility the IP address of this machine change. Yeah, it's 1418 now. Okay, let me get it copy on my one of the notepad. Perfect. So now what we have to do, we simply have to go to browser, type http 10.10.1418, okay, and click on submit. Now we have to wait for it to get some hits over here. If we are not, then we have to click on it. Let me go to the profile over here, and we can see the hits. We can get it. Okay, when we go to the profile, click on the fished, we can get the hit. Okay, so now what exactly I have to do? I have created two files over here. Okay, I'll put the content of these files to be in my write-up, so that it's easy for you to simulate the same setup once again. What's the need for these files to be created? We're trying to pull that file so that we can get some hits on the TCP dump. So I'll just make it a complete setup and then I'll explain you for it. So this is sorry, I have to come out now, and this is one of the file. We have to make it a content over here. I have to change the IP address first. Okay, so let me open it. Okay, over here we have to change the port to 18, and over here also port to 18. Sorry, it's 14 and 18. Perfect. So this is first file. Another file is this pune.html. This is another file. Over here I don't think so anything we require to be insert or get it modified over here. Perfect. It's look like this straightforward, same code, you can use it. There is no customization it's required over here. Now two things you have to do it from your side over here. The first thing is you have to run the HTTP server on port 80. If it's not running for you, then we have to look for something else. Let me open two terminals more for me. It's a longer machine, so it will take a lot of time to get it solved. This actually mainly for a final root privileges, we have to give it a lot of efforts. Perfect. So now I'll simply have to run this. Leave it. Now the next thing, we have to run this HTTP server one more, just for the port 8000. If you're not mentioning any port, it's running by default in 8000. Okay, so I have to run this also, and the third tab we have to run this TCP dump. Okay, so whatever the hit we are getting it, we can get it over here itself. Okay, I think something is wrong. Let me put -e, and I think it's working. Perfect. So now what I have to do, I'll simply have to go to my browser once again. Leave it this. Okay, I'll go to the forensics over here, submit the walkthrough. So over here, whatever the evil file.html I have created, I'll try to put it over here itself. Changing the IP address to 18. I'll already change in my file. Click on submit. Okay, and wait for it. So you can see couple of hits you can able to see in TCP dump. Okay, we have to wait for it till like we are getting accounts login. Okay, so we have to wait for all the logs to be hitted, and till yet still we have to go it further. More, we have to go ahead further. Okay, perfect. So finally we are at the request whatever we required it, and you can see over here the credentials also, we can see it in this TCP dump, we can able to see. So just copy this credentials and put it on a notepad. Now what exactly we have to do, and this credential belongs to Django, okay, Django administrator section. So just to move to the Django section, go to the browser once again. I'll put that URL directly over here and click on enter. Okay, so over here what exactly I have to do, I'll simply put the credentials which I'm getting it. So admin is the user, and password, the super secure password what I'm getting it, I'll put it directly over here. Okay, and I'll click on login. Okay, so we are in now. Okay, so what the next thing we have to do, we simply have to go to the sites. We can go inside of couple section itself, but like it's a longer machine, so I don't want to waste a time for other sections. Nothing you can get it out of it. You simply have to go to the site sections, and over here you can see there are two sites. So one side we are already working on it, and there is another site which is already be there. Okay, so the first thing which we have to do, we have to go to the terminal. Let me open one more section for me. Okay, so now slash etc host. Okay, so this entry also you have to give it from your side, whatever you can see. Okay, so we simply have to put this host entry also over here. Once we're done with that host entry, what I have to do, I'll simply have to access this one now. So let me go back once again. Okay, and I'll try to get it login this one. Perfect. I think I have to sign out. I think it's working from yesterday onwards, so that was the reason. Okay, so the thing is that initially we don't have any access for it. We simply have to go to the register section, get it registered with any user. I'll make it with test@gmail.com, and any password I'll set it over here. Okay, click on register. We are inside of it. Okay, so all teams, I'll just try to see the members over here. So we can see a Jacob Taylor is one of the member. Let me copy the username over here, and let me try to get it, copy this, paste it over here, and then I'll have to make it, I'll log out and copy this username, and I'll try with the same credential, super secure password which we are getting it for the admin. I'll try the same credential for the Jacob once again over here. What's the reason? You can see this is the reason for it. Okay, when we try with this, it will work for me. Perfect. So we are inside of it now. Okay, so now this is one section of it, and now we have to look for that Sentry is one of the, I can say that a platform they are using it, and when you're searching on the internet, you can see couple of exploit belongs to this is available. So one of the exploit, I'll try to get it open in front of you. This is one of the exploit for this one, and it's a type of RCE which is already be available. Okay, inside of the RCE you can see in which section of it it's having the issue. So this is the main URL where it's exactly like we can go proceed further with that and get the RCE of it. Okay, so this is one of the section for it. So what I have to do, I'll already prepare one of the exploit.py file, and this I'm getting it from this PDF file. From here I can get that exploit.py. Okay, so over here whatever the exploit.py file I'm getting it, I'll simply have to run that. Let me try to show you that what exactly the content inside of it. So this is the actual content of this, which is already ready made available on internet. I'll try to use that only. Okay, make sure you have Python 2, otherwise it will not work for you. So Python 2 is a I think say that it's a max limit for it. If you're trying with a Python 3, either you have to customize the code. If you're okay with that, then in that case you can use it with a Python 3. But with Python 2 you can use it directly, not a big deal. So what I have to do over here, I'll simply have to change the port port I'm just making a same, and other than that IP address I'm changing it. Open one more terminal, sudo su. Okay, now I'll run 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is the listener one. So by this way, base64 content is created for us, and which we try to get it added inside of that. Okay, I'll show you that what exactly the stuff is it. So once we click on it, we get this content. Okay, I'm not copying it right now. I'll just go to the browser and I'll proceed further with this path. Okay, this path you can get it easily from that exploit. I'll already inform you about it. So you simply have to put it that by path itself you can't access it directly, but like the complete path, if you put it in one shot, you can able to access it very clearly with a jackup user. So make sure that these are the steps you have to take it for. You have to get it logged in with the jackup, then only you can able to do that. Okay, once it's done, we'll simply have to put it the entry from our side. It's 1 okay, target we have to set it as 1. Okay, this is also not required. Event I'm making it as a member. I think it's a project edit. Okay, project edit. Any IP address you have to give it over here. Okay, and the content which I'm getting over here, this I have to get it copy, and I'll go back to the browser, put it over here itself. Okay, so now this is my listener. I'll just click on save and I'm getting that reverse shell of it, and you can see like we are getting the reverse shell of it. So now at least we have a lower level privilege shell of the machine. Okay, so what exactly we can do it over here itself. Just to get it enumerate a lot, you can able to find one of that one of the file which is present in like this tool platform is having some configuration file. So I'm talking about that configuration file only. So this is the folder for it where you exactly have to go. And now when you just try to get it access this config file.py, you can able to access the content out of it, and which is a more preferable thing for us. We're looking for the password and we can see the password over here. So this password is for the database only. Okay, how can we use this password? That I'll tell you in minutes. Okay, now what we have to do, the next step is we have to use the PSQL over here directly with this user, whatever the user we are getting it for the local host, and along with that I'll simply have to put the credentials. Okay, so once we click on this, it just asks for the password. Whatever the password we are getting it from that file, we simply have to put it over here, the password. Perfect, we are in. It's look like a blank for you, but it's nothing like a blank. Okay, so we simply have to type /d plus enter. So we can see all the tables present over here itself, sequence and tables we can able to see. Okay, so this is one of the different type of thing. Like these things also I have learned it from my side. Like I have learned it, seen couple of videos and even a couple of writers for it. Then only I just came to know like these are the techniques for it. Like instead of going directly or pivoting concept, we had to use a chisel or something like that. We can retrieve that hashes of the user which is present on the server itself. We can, by this way we can use it. Okay, so the next command is a select. So auth user is one of the table, we can see that. Okay, so I'll just simply have to run this and we can able to see. So this is a Carl, this is Jacob. Okay, this is mine which I have created. Okay, so what's our concern? We want this one. Okay, so just open one more tab for me. So over here I have already created, I have put it the content. This is the one which I'm getting it from here. Okay, what I have to do it, I'll just run this with rocky.txt, run it. Okay, so I think it will take our time. Okay, it's already correct, that was the reason. Okay, perfect. So I have cracked it last time, so that was the reason I do not want to run it once again. I simply have to run it half a show. So this is the crack for it. Okay, so this is the password for the call. So what now we have to do it? We simply have to get it login with a call user, and we have the password of the call also. So we'll simply have to get it, copy this and paste it over here. Wait for the output. Yeah, we are inside of it. Now I'll go to the home folder and I can see these are the two users. One as a call. So I can see user.txt file is present. So we at least get a low privilege shell. By that way we proceed further with the call user, and now we are getting initial flag, that is user.txt. Now we have to go for the roots.txt. So to get to know about it, what are the steps for it, we simply have to fire sudo -l just to know like what are the things we required it. So I can see like this is the file which is required to get it run, which is responsible for it to get the root privileges, but it's not an easy file. Okay, this is now the actual facts related to the developer domain is started. Like till yet I can say that it's a medium type of machine, but now from here onwards we have to go for the reverse engineering, such type of thing. It's just to get that content out of it. So that's the step. I just want to make it in front of you itself. It take a lot of time to get it done that. Okay, we'll try our best to get it done. So when we try to run this to see the what type of file, it's a ELF type of file. Okay, now what I do, I'll just simply have to run this command to get it copy on my machine. So I'll just simply run this. Sorry, I'll just have to run it on my machine. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I have to go to one more terminal. Perfect. So when I go over here, click on it, and when we clicked on it, this file is get it copied to my machine. I'll just have to put the credential which I am already have it. So now to get it copied on my machine, let me see whether I have that file or not. Grab. Oh, sorry, I don't have that over with the grab. We can't find it. I think auth one is over here itself. It's not. I think I have just copied it somewhere else. I think it's puned. Is it inside of the pune db? Let me check. Auth file. No. Okay, perfect. So inside of the test folder I have created yesterday, over here itself, I'll just make it an authenticator. I'll just get it copy over there itself. Okay, so now the main steps started. Now we have to go to GDB and run with this file. Okay, yeah. So this is the first command which we have to run just to get it go inside of this. Now when we done with that, we simply have to start this. When we start this, we simply have to see this is the registers, this is looks like a disassembling, the stack and backtrace. Okay, so we have to concern about the call itself over here. So we have to set it a breakpoint. So we have to set the breakpoint on this. So what I have to do, I'll simply have to fire this command to set a breakpoint. Okay. Once the breakpoint is set, we'll simply have to type C, continue. So now it's already pointing to this section. Now the next step is we have to go inside of it, as it's a call. So we have to go inside of it by S. Now we are inside of it. Okay. So now we can see we are inside of this, and these are the values. We can see it over here itself. Nothing like a proper one which we're looking for it. So nothing preferred one. Now I have to click on type N just to proceed further for the next one. Now is there anything? No, nothing like that. Again I have to click on n, nothing. Okay, nothing, still nothing. Again next, again nothing. This will take a lot of time, so be with me for this. Okay, click on next. Now you can see, now when we go ahead further with this, we are just prompted for that password. Okay, I'll just forget to show you that actually what exactly is it inside of this file. Let me show you that. Okay, so inside of the test, so when we try to run with this, it's asking for some password. We simply have to put some password and it just validating. So there is some password is hard coded inside of it. So we are trying to get it fetch that password out of it. So this is the complete process for it. So this is actually the file we are looking for the password for it to get it done. Okay. So now this one is done. When we click on n and we'll just prompt for it. Okay. So what we have to do, we simply have to type 1 2 3 4 5 6. Enter. So over here we are looking for a call value that is over here. Okay, now we have to remove the earlier breakpoint and we have to set the new. When I set the new breakpoint, now what I have to do, I'll simply have to run it once again. Okay, so what I'm getting it over here, nothing like I'll just continue. Okay, once again it just prompted for it. I'll simply click on enter, nothing, I'm giving it from my side as an input. Okay, then I'll type R just to get it run once again and I'll see this is the output for it. Now S, I'll just go inside of this call. Okay, I'll just pointing to this now. I'm just pointing to this. Now we have to change the breakup point now. Okay, so what I'm looking for it now. So this is the breakpoint now. We have to change it now. Okay, 204 is one of the breakpoint now. Is a call value. Okay, so first we have to remove the earlier breakpoint. Now we have to set the new breakpoint. Once it's done, it's sent, and then now we have to run that program once again. We can see now we have to go inside of it, so that's a different thing. So I just have to type S. After running it, I'll just have to type S to go inside of that function. So now I'm inside of it. Now I have to type N and I can see authentication means. Okay, so what exactly is it? Now the breakpoint, again we have to remove the earlier breakpoint and we have to set the new breakpoint as the new call value, and we can see it over here. So it's authentication means, so we have to set that one. Change the breakpoint once again and I'll run it once again. So once we run, we just reach it over here. Okay, I'll click on S to go inside of it and I can see S. I'll just get it C. Okay, then what I have to do, I'm looking for the call now. Okay, so I'll just press N, next, then again next, then again next, then again next, then again next. We just have to look for the call value. Okay, so that was the reason. So till we are not reaching to the call value, we have not stopped from our side. Once we reach the call value, then only we have to stop. Okay, till the call value you're not supposed to stop. Make sure. Okay, so next, 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 next. Okay, so this looks like a authentication point over here itself, and in the RBX, is there anything we are getting it? No, nothing like that. Okay, so this is not the one which we are looking for it. We have to go ahead further in it. So now we are looking for which one? We are looking for. Okay, so now again I have to click on next, next, next. Couple of next we have to type it over here. Next, 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 next. Now we are near to that. Okay, these are the 8 lines which I'm looking for it. Next, 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 next. Okay, so we have reached to this read line 1. Okay, but still it's not giving anything to me, so we have to proceed further for the next call. But as it's a call function, so we are just looking for it. So what exactly we can get it out of it? Okay, RIP, is there any value inside of it? We are not seeing anything appropriate. It looks for us. Okay, no, nothing like that. We have to go for the next, next, next once again. So over here, this is the read line 1, which is the initial point for it. What I have to do, I'll simply have to change the breakpoint now. Okay, so remove the earlier breakpoint, set the new breakpoint. Like whenever we see the call and it's look like something interesting over there itself as a call, we have to set that breakpoint over there itself. Let me set this breakpoint and run this. When we run this, we are just going headed to this section itself. Okay, let me go inside of this function. We'll go inside of this function. Now we have to go to the next. Now we have to go to the next till our crypt, we are getting something like a crypt over here itself. Okay, so next, 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 next. Rustolic is also coming. No, it's not one for which we're looking for it. Go ahead further, go ahead further, go ahead further, further, next, 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 next. Now this one we have seen it. Okay, so we have to go to this level. Okay, so let me type next, 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 and next. So now we are inside of this. Okay, what we have to do now, again I have to remove the breakpoint and I'll set the breakpoint to 936 address. Okay, okay, break, set the breakpoint as 936. Okay, and now run it once again. Once we run, it's prompted for the password. Put it any password 1 2 3 4 5 6, and over here we can see a value inside of RAX. We can see some value inside of the RCX. We can see some value, and inside of the RSI also we have seen some value. Okay, now we have to now all the registers having some values. Now we have to try for the hex values of it. So individually I'll try for each and every register, like 3 registers I have to consider for it and to get that value out of it. So hex value of RAX, this is the hex value of RAX. Now the hex value of RCX, this is the value of RCX, and now we have to consider it on RSI also. This is the RSI value. Okay, now you feel like what exactly we are getting out of it. Okay, so now what is that, as we can see, it's cryptography is using as a AES, and CTR, I can say that it's a type of key, I can say that CTR is a type of a formatting for it, which is using a mode. I can say CTR is a mode over there which is using over here. Okay. So what exactly we have to do now? I'll just go ahead further and copy the content out of it. Okay, so the first thing we have to get it, copy this, paste it on mine notepad. Okay, the next thing we have to copy it, this one, paste it on my notepad, and the third one we have to get it, copy this and copy this one also. Okay, let me copy this and show you that. Let me open the one more terminal for you so that I'll show you that what exactly I mean by that. Kali gedit test2.txt. Okay, let me paste it. Okay, so these are the values, hex value, we are getting it from 3 registers. Now one is, as we just consider as a key, AES encrypt, and the input. Okay, so what is the input? So input is this one, is we can consider as the input. Okay, this one we consider as a key, and the first one we consider as the AES encrypt. These are the 3 components. At the time of decrypting it, we have to use it. Okay, these are the components. Now go to the browser. I'll just open this website for you just to get it, decrypt it, get the content out of it, what exactly the password we require to get it done. Okay, so yeah, this one is open now. Okay, we are looking for the hex value. Okay, mode over here, it's CTR, input value is hex, and the output value we are looking for the raw. Okay, this 4 is the key. Okay, so what exactly the key value we have it? Key value is this, so we simply have to get it, copy this, copy, go back to over here and put it here. Okay, now, oh sorry, that one is the encrypted value. Sorry, it's a key, not a key. So key one we have to put it over here. Sorry, let me replace this. Over here is a AES encrypt value, we have to put it. Okay, this one we have to put it. Now the input we have to give it from our side. So the input is, which we get it copy by RSI, we simply have to get it copy and paste it over here. Once we done with it, I think something is wrong over here. Oh, sorry. So what exactly is it? I'll explain you once again. So AES encrypt is D5. D5 is AES encrypt. Okay, and this is a key which is coming in between of it. This is the input. So once we set everything and put it an input, we get the output of it. Okay, so this is the actual value which we have to use it. Okay, so let me go back to my terminal once again. And I'm having some call one. Okay, yeah. So what I have to do, I'll simply have to run this. So we run this. Once we run it, we'll simply have to paste that password which we're getting it. Once we put the password, now SSH public key we can put it from our side. Okay, so what I have to do, I'll just make that SSH hyphen key gen to get it generated for me. Okay, I'll just try to get it access this. I have to looking for the pub file. Okay, so this is the content. I'll just have to get it copy and I'll go back to the call. Okay, I'll put it over here, this one, and enter. Permission denied. Okay, I think I have to use a sudo. I've missed that one, that was the reason. Okay, sudo, I have to use a sudo, otherwise it will not work. Okay, click enter. Password for the call. Password for the call is let me get it, copy that call password. It's so I have that password now with me. Let me copy this and paste it over here. Once we're done with it, let me copy this content, go back to the terminal once again. I'll put it this password here. Okay, now it's asking for the public key. I'll just copy this. Now going back, paste it over here and click enter. You are now authenticate as a root. Okay, perfect. Now what I have to do, I'll simply have to go to my terminal section. Okay, and let me go to the end of this write up. So nothing I have to do it now. I'll simply have to try to get it access this. So this is my private key. I've already put it the public key, so private key I have to use it to get it authenticate. I'll simply have to click on enter and I think this will work. Yeah, so this is working for me. Sorry, it's a root and you can see the root.txt file over here. So I'll explain you once again what are the steps we are taking it over here. So the thing is that the first thing we have to run the nmap just to get it identify the target ports, and the target ports are looks like port 22 and port 80. So the first thing we have to proceed further from our side. Port 80 we have to take it further with that. We see that it's a type of portal itself. Just to get it sign up, we just came to know it's a type of challenge. Then we have to download the file, get it, extract the flag out of it. Then through the walkthrough, there's a point of the walkthrough, we can put it some URL. So we'll try to make it a URL over there just to get the hit on our local machine. Then after that, I'll just make it one eval or one pin file of HTML. Then after that, I'll just try to get it pull that by the medium of the walkthrough. Once we're done with that, we're getting a hit on the TCP dump, and by that way I'm getting some credentials, and that credentials I'm trying to get it login on the portal, which I can say that I can say there are Django administrator credentials. I'll try to get it login with that, and then I just came to know like there is another site is also present other than developer.htb. We'll try with that site to get it access that, and it's a type of platform, a Sentry platform. Over there also we'll try to get it register and go inside of it. We'll see a couple of members, 3 members are present over there. It's a Carl and Jacob. Jacob username will try to get it copy, and after that the same credential which I'm getting it for the admin, I'll try to get it use it over there on that on the portal of the Sentry, and I go inside of it. Then after that I'll just try to see that platform, like whether that platform is vulnerable or exploitable or not. It's an older platform, so I'll just see there is a couple of RCs available on exploit.db. I'll just try to see that, and there is a code is also available on one of the doc file. So I'll just try to get it, copy that exploit.py content, and out of that, whatever the content is present on exploit.db, we just see the complete path for it, where exactly we can get the RC for it. So using that Python file, we'll try to create with base64 content, and using that exploit.db file, we just get that complete path on the browser. We try to get it, access that with the Jacob writes, and in the section of the data, we simply have to put that base64 and listener we have to make it on our machine. By that way, when we click on the save, we are getting that reverse shell. It's a I can say that initial shell on my system itself. Then I'll just proceed further with it. As is a platform, is a sanitary. After learning a lot of things about the sanitary, we just came to know like there is a couple of directory and configuration file is present over there itself. So I enumerated a lot of things from my side, and then I just came to know like there is a config.py file is present over there itself. When I try to get access that, through that I'm getting a database credentials. I use that along with a pSQL to get it login, and by that way I just go inside of it, and I'm getting the hash of Carl user, then Carl user credential. I try to get it crack. By that way I try to get it login with the Carl user directly. By this way at least a user level rights I'm having it, and user.txt content a flag I can able to read. Then I'll take it forward, and I just want to go ahead further with the root privileges. So to get it a root privileges, I can say that one point is like we simply have to fire a command sudo -l. By that way we just came to there is an authenticated file which is available here. If we have the credential for it, we can modify the SSH content over there itself. So just to copy that on our local machine, couple of tools I have tried from my side, and then finally I have used a I can use it a dbg. By that way worked a lot, a couple of calls, registers, we have to check the values, and finally we just get that what actually the value we have to put it, we have to supply it from our side just to get that script working for us. By that way a local public key from our side, SSH keygen, we have to use it and prepare that public key. We put it directly inside of that. After putting the credentials, we simply have to modify that, and once we put it and it's get it validated over there, and it's allow as a root authenticate. Then from our local machine, one of the terminal, we try to use the private key, whatever that private key of our machine, and we try to get it login on the target, as it's already a public key is already available over there itself to get it validate, and we are inside of the machine as a root. And when we go inside of the root folder, we can able to see the root.txt. So this is all about the stuff I can say that about this machine. It's a quite interesting machine. Couple of things I have done it, and even especially I can say that mainly the path of the registers, exactly where exactly we just trying to fetch it out instead of bypassing it just to get the value of the registers. By that way we can get that actual what actually the hard-coded content we have to get it passed from our side. So that's the main thing which I can say that from my side. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you like to connect with me, please you can connect me on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll provide in the description section of this video. Other than that, if you like to provide any feedback, you can provide the feedback in the comment section of this video. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.